Po, come. Good kid. Both these dogs always have a big drink when we get back, but there's someone who doesn't, and that's Pace McBride. That's right, I'm not a thirsty doggy at all. I don't want much to drink. The only thing I really like to drink would be a pint of Guinness. But you don't ever give me that, do you? No, Pace, I don't. Little Irish dog. Yeah, I know what tails are wagging. We know. It's that time. It's breakfast time. Yeah. Get back in your box, Bigsy. In your box. You don't get any breakfast if you sit down there on the ground. You wait for it. Bit of a mixture this morning. We've got two different dog tuckers. Bigsy, get back in your box. Wait for it. Stay. Good dog. Now we've got Chunky. I like Chunky because it's a bigger dog roll and it sort of goes further. Yeah, that's right, mate. But this one here is this is a premium dog tucker. You love that one, don't you? Yeah. He doesn't really enjoy me cutting the food up in front of him, old Bigsy, but he's got this nice board here. Right, I'm going to give you one of these, Po. Leave it, Po. Don't touch. And some nice possum yum to go with it. And also some of that stuff. Mixture of both. Now, I don't like my dogs to be gulping their food down too much, particularly Bigsy. So I scatter us around. Shit, no, wait for the command. Don't get impatient, he's been waiting a while. So I put some in there. And I spread it around for this guy. Pace, shut up, you're not having it yet. Wait for the command. You're so impatient. You're a good boy, Bigsy, aren't you? No, leave it. You won't get anything, I'll take it back out. You carry on like that. He's getting impatient. Right. Not like Po's a good girl, aren't you, Po? Pace, you're a rat bag. You probably woke anybody else up now that's lying in bed this morning. No barking, Pace. You'll be in trouble. I'll take it off you. I'll take it off you. Leave it. Leave it. Anyway, we'll wait for the command. Eat up. You can see how fast Bigsy is. He's wolfing it down. That's why I chop it up. Sometimes I hide in the grass. We spread it around a bit, eh boy? He's got some in the box too. It's just a little bit fast. Whereas Po takes her time. She's just in there chomping away at her own leisure. You know, Eater, don't you, Po? But not old Bigsy. He's like a bloody vacuum cleaner. And I have seen him choke. And dogs can choke on dog roll. Is that good, eh, Po? I saved a bit for you, mate. Bit of Chunky. Here we go. Is that good, old girl, eh? Getting pretty old, aren't we, eh? You're old dog. Pace, you're a rat bag. Oh, he's come back out. He's finally just eating his piece now. You got no patience, Pace McBride. Fucking right I have, mate. I'm a patient little doggy. I'm a good doggy. Wow, the windows have arrived for the studio. Exciting. This is Clint from Construct. Clint has provided everything for what we're doing for this at cost, because he's a total good bastard. That's Clint the Yellow. Absolute good bastard. So if you want anything in the way of fabrications, buildings, you couldn't do better. They're just so good.
Doesn't look too bad. These guys make it look easy.
They do.
That must be strong. I'll go for a second. Quite a way away here. Yeah. Shouldn't go anywhere, guys.
Just picked up someone's smartphone on the side of the road here, just biking around here. I wonder if they've lost it. unless someone threw it out of their car on purpose, which they might have, but could have also fallen off the roof of their car. They might have stopped somewhere. So how are you finding it now, working out here? You've been doing it for a bit. You're getting faster, that's for sure. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, pretty good. Also had about 7 hours sleep last night, which is probably the best sleep I've had in about a month.
Makes a difference, eh, bro?
Makes a huge difference.
And how's the anxiety going now? Is it still a
The situation with my wallet's been
you lost your
not
wallet?
great, but I'm dealing with it bit by bit.
You find that doing exercise helps with the anxiety too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this morning Tristan and I were digging the soil. Tristan's doing a really good job, and it's great soil. It's almost like peat, eh, bro?
Feels like peat, yeah.
Look at the soil. It's got all the stuff in it, and it's got a nice darkness about it. And what we're doing is we're putting it in our new garden here. You can see how it's got this the old dead grass through it as well. It's all broken down, and it's really black. It's beautiful soil. It's going to grow great vegetables in it. Yeah, it's really good. Liking the look of that. Geez, you're going a lot better than you were when you first started on this job, bro. Putting a lot more oomph into it.
Too, bro.
What's that?
I could be slightly fitter.
Nothing like lifting up a piece of wood and getting all those grubs and bugs, particularly those slugs. Come on, mate, there's a slug right there. You're going to get it? You're going to get that slug there? There we go. Go on. Ducks eat slugs, chickens don't. Morning, how you going? So it's really important these days, particularly to have a garden, I reckon. Simple fact is that food is getting harder and harder to get. Things like eggs, so if you keep a few chickens too. Over here, I've got this bath. This bath is it's got old coffee ground setting. It's now a worm farm, but the bath's got a bit of history. It's a leg bath, or claw bath at least. You see the claws down there. Originally was the original bath in the old farmhouse, and when I moved in it was outside gathering rust, so I used it for scalding pigs. And that's what the baths were originally for made, was not for bathing and for people, but for scalding pigs, and that's what I used it for. I'd take all the bristles off a pig in this bath here, big cast iron bath, and then I cleaned it out. And that was back in the day when I had a girlfriend, and her and I used to sit underneath the eave of the porch there at night time after the day was done. We'd fill it up with hot water, wash it out, and we had a piece of wood in the bottom of it because it would get quite hot. We'd put a fire underneath it and we'd sit outside and have a nice hot bath. I remember one time, it was like midnight, we'd been soaking in, it was so hot. It was the middle of winter, and we ran all the way down to the driveway and back up again, completely stuck like naked on the farm. God help if anybody come up the driveway, what a terrible sight. But we just ran all the way down laughing, and I think we might have had a bottle of wine that night too. You can see here in the coffee grounds I've just taken out that the worms are actually inside it from the worm farm. A few of them there, and they actually break it down, make it really a lot better, create their castings in it, and we mix that up with the soil. They'll be through there. No man on a county farm. 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 Let's work. way down in the country where I was born. Good morning, Tilly. Tilly the toilet brush all day long. Tilly the toilet brush sing this song. Tilly, 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 Tilly the toilet brush. Good girl. Well, we're filling up our duck pond again. Just a bit more water so the ducks got something to splash around in after taking all their mud away. Going to fill it up quite a bit because it's just too dry for the worms. This is one of our 2 composts. This one over here as well always grows avocado, and here's an avocado growing down here, so we'll save that plant before we take it out. Lots of stuff in here, but I'm going to put this on my worm farm. We just interrupted Mr. Cockroach's home. He was sleeping right underneath it, weren't you, mate? We'll put that back up. Right, let's get rolling. Always the opportunist, eh, Super Duck? It's only onion scraps and stuff, not much there for you. How much is this broken down? It's a bit stinky. She's not light. How's that?
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I can do this one off shave, bro.
Oh, that's good.
Look at that. See, that's what you do, bro.
Beautiful, way to go.
Take it out, I can do that.
Good man. Some good stuff in there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Nice compost. Mussel shells and rotten bones. Oh man, this is going to be good compost for the worms.
I'm going to carry on doing.
Okay, bro. Yeah, good work. Just to stop it drying out. Get this nice and wet too. This just gathers all the water and also the worm juice, which we can use. It's really good stuff. Use it straight on our plants. I found the lettuces, they just go about twice as fast if you give them plenty of this. They love it. They just love it. These guys after this will be just away. Get the old worm come out at the bottom too. It's empty now, mate. I know you like to get that because it has coffee in it as well, and you've got a coffee addiction, haven't you? Yeah? Hey, shitter? Hey? 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 I bet there's a few bloody things underneath that. Hey, Super Duck. Pretty tame. We're finishing off this last bit here. I reckon about 5 more barrows will do it. I've still got this plant here in the glass house. It's massive. It goes right up to the roof. It's one that I got from down the beach. It was a cutting. Get a few on the ground here, some little wee ones. These guys here. Is that Super Duck, hey? I'm trying to take out the packet. I'll try you on a whole one this time, eh? I think by now you've had enough to know you can have a whole one. Goes. You got it. Can I eat it this time or spit it out? Oh, we ate it. There you go. Enjoy that, aren't you, eh? Oh, Super Duck. What a classic Peking duck. That one's never going to make the pot. That's me mate. Aren't you, fatty? Big duck. Sadly, the Pukiko's killed all her babies this year. Okay, those Pukikos are gone now, but So the ducklings, it was a shame. She sat on them really well, but they attacked them all and killed them. I'm thinking about getting a rooster for my chickens. They've got a massive big run. It's a free range right up to there, massive paddock, and at the end is their little place where they lay their eggs. I could fit probably 300 chickens in this easily where they'd be comfortable. Right now there's just probably 20 chickens or 15. I don't want to have 300 chickens, but I'd like to have a few more, so I'd like to breed some. So I need a big red cock, a rooster. That's one that will mate with every single one of these ladies and get some fertile eggs going, because eggs are a premium. Give these guys a water before I put them in the garden. These are going to be the very first plantings for my new raised bed. I've added a little bit of compost to it. Just helps things grow better. There's a lot of stuff in this soil. There's all sorts of stuff in here, but this is just something extra. It's going to help these plants get started. This vegetable garden is just weeds, but we get a lot of food out of it still. We're still eating out of it, although the kale has been thrashed pretty badly by the caterpillars. This is known as red Russian kale, and this is some that I've seeded. This one here from the seeds of this plant, and you can see they're quite different to look at, but they're still the same plant. The idea is to plant these in the raised bed and put netting over them that the butterflies cannot get through, and hopefully we can get a lot more produce out of them than we have in these other ones, because the white butterflies have absolutely decimated our kale. It's these nets that I've used in the past to keep the cabbage butterflies off. You can see the thickness of it. It's sort of like shade cloth material, and it's framed with this wire. I've been using these for 2 years now, still getting some life out of them. This is our curly kale, and it's not that flash. The rabbits have chewed the tops, and some of it's dying. As you can see, I take this dead stuff off it, and the old cabbage butterflies have smashed it over a fair bit too. We still pick it every day, but I'm growing some more because there's not really enough there left in the garden. It's a lovely plant. Got my red Russian kale in, and I've done some curly kale too. Just putting that in now. Looks pretty good. That's how it is as a wee baby plant. This one I bought from the mega store. It's Cavolo Nero, which is Tuscan kale. And the reason I bought it from the mega store is that these guys, they seed it out in the environment, so it's already hardened to outside, so you can plant it straight outside and it goes okay. You don't want a kale that's come in from a sort of a false environment, because they can sometimes not do very well if you just take them from either a glass house or something. So ideally you want to have something that's actually inside, been planted inside, and something's been planted or at least seeded outside, going outside. Having said that, I do seed all of mine in the glass house, and then I have them outside for a while in their pots before I plant them, so they get a wee bit of time outside. That seems to work pretty good. Kale is a really good plant, high in nitrogen, and we need nitrogen to create a nitrite inside our belly. As we chew the plant, it goes over the crypts of our tongue and makes a nitrite, and then it goes down into our endothelial, which is what creates nitric oxide. Endothelial is the lining of our arteries and our vasal pathways, and that creates vasodilation, which keeps our veins and everything opening up and expanding, so we get lots of oxygen to our lungs and lots of good blood circulating the body. There we go. It's those guys there and there looking good. That's what I've got out of my worm farm so far. So we're going to use that for the new plants. And this liquid gold is actually seaweed. Look at all the bubbles coming up. It's just fermenting as I give it a bit of a rock. It stinks. You'd like to put your beak in there, wouldn't you, eh? Oh, that stinks bad. You'd like to drink it, wouldn't you? Dirty duck. Just about good enough there, I'd say. So we're going to fill the rest up with water. You want some water, mate? Ducks like water. There you go. There's a bit of water for you. Down there. There you go. A bit of play with your beak in that. Good fun, isn't it? Come on, move along. Move along. Come on, move along. Hey, Tilly. That's our worm juice. Look, we'll stop right there. We don't want you on the worm juice. How'd you get in there, mate? Hey? Little rat. Don't really want rat in my bloody vegetable juice, but no, it's all bloody protein, isn't it? Don't you eat that, Tilly. She's going to go and check it out, isn't she? 'Cause she's a dog. Don't chew on it. Don't you eat that, will you? Hey? I'm going to put it past you. Couldn't put it past you either too. Bit of ratatouille, eh? Put that back in the worm farm to fill up. Mussels, or at least the juice from mussels, they've all broken down now. They're in water. Smells pretty rich, but of course it's like fish meal. It's going to be great for the garden, so I'm going to put that on around our newly planted vegetables. Look quickly over the plant. It's my brother Tristan driving off in his new Nissan, not actually a new car, this new second-hand car. Nissans and Toyotas, pretty much reliable cars. I guess you could probably add Mazda into the equation too, maybe. Our rat juice, or coffee, or worms, and all sorts of other stuff. Some of you might be thinking, rat, dead rat on my vegetables? No thanks, but to be honest guys, the amount of rain that's going to fall on this and water by the time we eat these, they'll just be completely free from any contaminants and good organic tucker. And this one is our seaweed. It's a little bit diluted down, 50-50, it's a bit green. That's alright. Keep those bastard caterpillars off my plants. Well, the rabbits won't be able to get this high, and hopefully the pukekos don't wreck the net, but they could do. The cabbage butterflies can't get through this stuff. The snakes might come down from below and get up. We'll have to wait and see. As far as weeds go, I haven't mulched it yet, but I might mulch later on. We'll see how it goes. The red plants behind the net, that's actually spinach. It's called Popeye's favourite. Well, there we have it. A beginning to my raised bed. Nice getting a bit of dirt under your fingernails and getting stuck into the garden. I love that. And it really makes me feel calm and peaceful, and I forget about all the worries of the world when I'm out in the garden. It may not be cost effective. It might be cheaper to buy them from the grocery store. I don't know. By the time you do all the infrastructure work. But the thing is, once you've got your infrastructure up, you can keep on planting year after year. So now this is in and we've done the hard yards, we can keep on getting food. And I feed a lot of people here. So today we had lunch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, and it was all veggies out of the old garden and a little bit of stuff we bought from the shop, but mostly from here. So we can do it, and it is a joyful feeling growing your own veggies. I hope your own planting's going well. We're in autumn time here in New Zealand now, so you can put your brassicas in, and soon the white butterflies, they won't be around when it gets cooler, so you won't have to even put nets over them. Good luck with your garden. Be good, can't be good, be careful. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog, whenever that is. See you later. Way down in the country where I was born.